Good afternoon, television fans. Big Al here on this Wednesday, April 1st, 2026, and welcome back to part 26 of television station history, as we'll be taking a look at KTBN-TV, the local religious television station that would then go on to spawn a nationwide evangelical network. So with that, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. And here we go with the history of KTBN-TV. Information courtesy of Wikipedia. KTBN-TV, Channel 40, is a religious television station licensed to Santa Ana, California, serving the Los Angeles area as the flagship station of the locally based Trinity Broadcasting Network, or TBN. The station's offices are located at TBN's headquarters in nearby Tustin, California, with its transmitter located on Mount Wilson. Now here are the specs for KTBN-TV, Santa Ana, Los Angeles. The station broadcasts on Virtual Channel 40, RF Digital Channel 33. We'll talk about their sub-channels towards the end. The owner is the locally based Trinity Broadcasting Network and is licensed by Trinity Christian Center of Santa Ana, Incorporated. KTBN-TV officially signed on the air on January 5th, 1967 as KLXA-TV before becoming KTBN-TV in 1977. Their signal previously broadcast on UHF Analog Channel 40 from 1967 to 2009. Meanwhile, their digital signal aired on RF Digital Channel 23 from 2004 to 2009. The station started out as an English and Spanish independent station from 1967 to 1973, and then the Trinity Broadcasting Network would begin originating from this station. Of course, the call sign meaning is Trinity Broadcasting Network. Hey, what's poppin' there, Anna? My day's going well. How's yours? Alright. Licensing authority for KTBN-TV is the Federal Communications Commission. Their facility ID number is 67884. The station broadcasts at 1,000 watts. And Stardust Dreamers is in the house. Hi there. The transmitter is 875 meters or 2,871 feet above average terrain, located on Mount Wilson. Their website is www.tbn.org. Now to the history. Channel 40 first launched on January 5, 1967 as KLXA-TV, licensed in Fontana, California, but operating from offices and studios at 816 North Highland Avenue in Hollywood. It was Southern California's first bilingual television station. In its first months, KLXA broadcast most days from 4 to 11 p.m. with English programming made up of old movies and 1950s era reruns of network and syndicated series such as The Whirlybirds, The Phil Silver Show, and Circus Boy, ending with a Lynn Sherwood newscast from 8 to 8:15. Then starting with an 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. newscast from Miguel Alonso. The remainder of the schedule would be telenovelas, variety shows, and sporting events, most frequently bullfighting in Spanish. By 1971, the entire schedule would change to Spanish language programming, directly competing with KMEX-TV Channel 34. TBN founder Paul Crouch began purchasing time in 1973 on KBSA Channel 46, which is now KTBN, which was then at the time licensed to Guasti, California. He wanted to buy the station, but another organization bought it from under his offer. After that station was sold, Crouch began buying 2 hours of programming time a day on Channel 40 in early 1974. KBSA ran Spanish-language entertainment programming several hours a day, with TBN buying 2 hours of program time in the evenings. KLXA was then put up for sale shortly after. Paul Crouch then put in a bid to buy it for $1 million and raised $100,000 for a down payment. After many struggles, the Crouches managed to raise the down payment and took over the station outright. Initially, the station ran locally produced Christian programs about 6 hours a day. Paul Crouch, Jan Crouch, and Jim Baker hosted the daily religious program Praise the Lord. Other programs include Christian-themed children's programs, church services from their church, Bible studies, and public affairs shows. Later in 1974, Jim and Tammy Faye Baker left TBN to launch their own show in Charlotte, North Carolina, early in 1975. What's up, Lincoln? How's it going? And Model Lorianne. Alright. And Jim and Tammy Faye Baker left TBN to launch their own show in Charlotte, North Carolina, early in 1975, with the PTL initials and was called the PTL Club. Meanwhile, TBN would use the full name Praise the Lord. The Crouches continued to expand their religious programming to 12 hours a day by 1975 and began selling time to outside Christian organizations to supplement their local programming. Trinity Broadcasting continued to use the KLXA call sign until November 1977, when the station officially became KTBN-TV. Kenyon, what's poppin', my brother? The station went to a 24-hour schedule by 1978, and the city of license was later relocated to Santa Ana in 1983. Today, as is the case with TBN's other owned and operated stations, KTBN repeats the national TBN feed for almost the entire day, and it only breaks off for Southern California specific public affairs programs. Even when TBN bought other Christian stations such as WHFT-TV in Miami, among others, the network ended local operations at those stations and replaced their programming with TBN's national feed. Today, KTBN-TV serves the entire Los Angeles metropolitan area with a full power signal. The station originally had a network of low power translators carrying the signal to other areas in Southern California. However, during 2010, these translators went dark due to declining support, which has been attributed to the digital transition and likely universal carriage of the network by the cable and satellite providers in the region. With the station being available on cable providers throughout Southern California, KTBN is not carried among the Los Angeles market stations available on either Dish Network or DirecTV at TBN's request. The national feed is carried in its place instead. Yeah, this is a rather quick one because we're already on to technical information. Looking at the sub-channels, the station signal is multiplex. They have 5 sub-channels on this station. 40.1 and 40.2 both broadcast 720p high definition with a 16:9 aspect ratio. 40.3 and 40.5 both broadcast at 480 high definition and a 16:9 aspect ratio, while 40.4 operates at 480i high definition and a 4:3 aspect ratio. All right, the entire TBN schedule can be seen on channel 40.1. Dr. Phil's Merit TV is on 40.2. Then you have TBN Inspired, which is on channel 40.3. On 40.4 is On TV For You, which plays infomercials 24 hours a day. And the Christian Movie Network Positive broadcast on channel 40.5. TBN-owned full power stations permanently ceased their analog transmissions on April 16, 2009, to coincide with the national digital television transition. Speaking of which, analog to digital conversion. KTBN's digital signal, which went on the air in 2004, originally broadcast on channel 23. TBN's request to change the station's digital channel to UHF channel 33 was approved by the FCC on February 5, 2009. This, in effect, changed the digital allotment for Santa Ana to channel 33. The decision ultimately displaced low-power station KSMV LP, which soon converted to digital on channel 23. Queries to the FCC database on KTBN indicated that the station had a construction permit for digital UHF channel 33, which the station used as its final post-transition digital allotment. All right, and looking at this, KTBN previously had 4 translator stations. Let's look at this to close things out. KTBN's over-the-air translators, including K15DB Channel 15 in Lompoc, California, K21FP Channel 21 in Bakersfield, K26 in Lancaster, KVVB LP Channel 33 Victorville, and K40ID Channel 40 in Palm Springs all ceased operations as of 2012. All right, that was a pretty quick one. We look at the short but rather long history of KTBN-TV, which would then launch the largest religious television network in the United States. All right, so that's it for episode 26. Coming up next, we'll be taking a look at KTBN-TV, the local Ion television station in Los Angeles, so make sure you join me for that. In the meantime, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, and get notified every time I go live. And a special shout out to everyone that showed up today, including Anna Rodriguez, Stardust Dreamers, shout out to you, Model Lorianne, and Lincoln Kennedy, S4S, and Kenyon, NYC Bowling. Shout out to all of y'all. All right, Big Al signing off. Thanks for watching episode number 26 of Television Station History. Peace out.